What is up, y'all? Game's going? Good, okay. What's up? Back at it. Unfortunately, Kim has abandoned me, and basically my life seems pointless now. So let's see what we can find. Where's my cursor?
Hi, officer.
What the fuck, Los? A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay. You decided for Kim to leave. No! I didn't know he was gonna leave for a whole day. I didn't think the game was gonna take him away from me. You know, but you do have some nice boots. Yeah, but I'm not allowed to wear them in front of him. A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip.
Anything I can help you with?
Does she have fishing hooks for earrings? Earring? As always, I am the lawbringer.
Are you now? There are a lot of lawbringers around Martinez, but not a lot of law. I guess men with authority have their quirks. What brings you here, lawbringer?
That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Illisible.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
I've questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
Sometimes life be like that. Why are you being judgmental? I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for the missing cryptozoologists.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for imaginary animals.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen? I haven't heard of those.
Two odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Wait, the like?
Right. Not only snowmen, also green men, monkey men burning rhinos. You get the picture.
Oh, you're getting it. And it is gorgeous.
Any Mugi men? No. Where did they go?
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
I'm looking for someone else,
Oh?
actually. No, I'm not.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
I was asked to get your signature and her Everart's envelope.
Are you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everart's planning to turn some of the village into a youth center.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that.
Her voice trails off.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
What exactly?
That Everard and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union members have children too.
Am I being an awful person for getting her to sign that?
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
Here, use my pen.
He has a pen and everything.
She takes it from you. You read the plans. Yeah, but I didn't understand them. That's my out. In my defense, I'm an idiot. I'm not talking about the game. She takes it from you, a doubtful look in her eyes, clicks it, and places the tip on the paper.
Here you go.
Wait, why did you sign it?
I shouldn't have.
I looked at the document and no, you shouldn't have. No, it's it's Everett, so it's probably a mistake. No, it's a youth center, why shouldn't you?
That's what I asked you. It's a youth centre, and I have children. Got to give them something else to do. They're cute and small now, but they're growing up fast. I had my first drink when I was 11 because I was so bored. Anyhow, you also need Isabel's signature. If it's a bad idea, she won't sign. You'll find she's a tougher nut to crack than me.
Sound logic. Division of labor. She leaves the skepticism to the skeptic.
Okay, there, that helps me. She should. I'm not the one who signed it. I didn't have to. I don't need to worry about the details. I mean, if some random guy came over to me looking like this, I would not sign what he had for me. What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic Insular Indian cuisine.
Is it enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Yeah, I mean, somehow a car just showed up over there. Who knows how?
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Give her the look. Come on, give her the look. She would be so into it. She would not be into it. Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once.
A mime washed ashore? There's one of those mythical creatures that guy was looking for.
Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Why would it be weird to say them all? A mine? Or did you say a mine? I thought you said mime. Oh, I'm an idiot. Drugs, I need to know. I need info on this major narc. Point to yourself. This place looks bad. Why don't you leave? Okay, enough about this place. I need to know about those human bodies.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Nice sword. Well, what if...
Oh?
Oh, no.
Well,
I cannot get back to that.
you then, officer?
Nice sword. Point to the saber on her hip. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
Mime would have been in a real predicament if they washed up here. I mean, would a mime not be... Is there anywhere a mime wouldn't be in a predicament washing up on shore like that? Hold on. Do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
It is imposing, Nod.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
What do you need?
From time to time,
Intimidation
people need a
tactics.
lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Figures. Typical patriarchal nonsense. Mask you venomosity. Can I borrow the sword?
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. It would put me in an early grave.
Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her the wonder. Coach means the expression.
I feel like I shouldn't, but I have to. Behold. Her eyes meet yours and suddenly she's laughing. It's hoarse, as if she hasn't laughed in a while. Find something else to laugh at. I'm not a clown. Do you like it?
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
That feels like it was an insult.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
Whatever. Got her laughing. That's a win in my book. Figures typical patriarchal nonsense. Mascu venomicity.
Sure. Venomosity. But boys will be boys, and God knows we don't have many around. So far, the sword has been enough to keep them in line.
So, where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Wait, why? If they're thick-headed.
Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
It's terrifying. Her expression doesn't change. It's hard to say if it's a joke. Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Gone where?
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
Her eyes stop in yours. The sea, though. Oh, that's bad. What happened? He died. Was he murdered? Oh, say no more. Wait for her to continue.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Yeah, death is nothing. I shit on death. Time really is the best cure for sorrows, and it's healthy luck, though. Move on. Gotta keep the wheels spinning.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on.
You need a new man?
Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
No, she's got kids, never mind. She glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing with what looks like rocks.
She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Don't know a good spot yet. Okay, I gotta find a spot, guys. Do not do this thing. No, well, I mean, not until I find a good spot, okay? I mean, I got a 3% here. So I take it that's your skiff. Point to the overturned boat.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Sunny days? Put your hand in the rain.
Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
No, ma'am, not a problem.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming down the yellow belly of the boat.
When do you think the boat will be ready?
In time, when the sea turns and the winds settle, she will be ready.
Waves wash the sand. The skiff moves across the mirror-smooth sea, far away from here. A lone passenger, a fast sloop in the distance, white sails. My prediction, it will be at least 2 days.
Be seeing ya. I feel like there's still more to talk about. I already cleared there. I like that I'm walking around with the crowbar still. Not weird and intimidating at all. I thought bring in the law. Lawjaw. Hey, so little observation. It's all cool, man. Don't freak out. But every time you say, I am the law, and you say it a lot, it's basically hello for you. Your jaw does this weird thing. It sort of shifts sideways, hanging off your face at a jaunty angle, while the word law sounds oddly guttural and low. It's strange. You wouldn't notice it, but after saying you're the law 80,000 times, the question does come up. Why do you have lawjaw? What the fuck is lawjaw? It's locked tight. I do have a crowbar in my hand. Nothing is locked tight when you have a crowbar.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzerainty.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Then how does she know you're here?
If you can't see me, how did you know I was here?
I still have a golden ear. Come.
I'll lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
I'm a cop, but I don't cause trouble. I'm a cop. Hellraiser. Click, click, bang, bang. Point your finger. Pistols at her. I take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another, locked himself in that woodshed over there. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
What kind of an ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
I am an ill omen, all right. If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave.
Maybe there's somewhere else that won't charge me every night and be a complete dickbag to me.
That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Huh. How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Wait, hold on. You're just giving it to me?
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there.
Not sure it's appropriate for the RCM to accept free accommodations.
Oh, don't. It's your choice. No skin off my teeth.
Why isn't anyone using that room?
My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
One more time. I can just have the room?
Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here.
When Varson communist revolutionary Ignace Nielsen was in hiding, he stayed in a hut on the Boreal Plateau for 10 months.
It would help me stay in touch with the proletariat.
You best not be plotting another revolution under my roof. We barely got through the last one. But the room, do you want it?
Get yourself a tenant.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the place.
What is in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
Maybe not to you guys, she's not. She is my comrade. She gave me a place to stay for free. What have you guys done for me? Huh?
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
This place is pornographically poor.
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
It's a cold, cynical smile.
That's what I thought.
Then all's not lost. As you can see, even in pornographic poverty, people make do. At least those who remain.
What's the exchange? You're the expert of this game.
There's nobody there.
There's got to be something here. Tell me.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, an overgrown park.
The pox. What's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens.
Wait, is real money? I forgot.
Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses, shacks as far as the eye can see. The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Long gone. I thought she said London. Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they're away right now. And then there's the drunks.
I met Lulu.
Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I thought he was saying, I've met Lillian already. Yeah! In response to, I thought, yeah, I met Lillian already in response to the drunks.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
I feel like saying she's tougher than the men is kind of setting a little bar. No one here seems very impressive. I mean, what kind of men are here? Gart? Fuck him. I haven't seen any drunk yet, though. Did you look in the mirror?
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Mugi isn't really all that tough, though, let's be honest. I'm tougher than you. Bitch. She means specifically in this village. Is there a way to make a little money around here?
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Don't make me come tenderize that meat. Stay away from my meat, weirdo. Alright, there's another topic I'd like to address.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the... So is this area is considered separate from the other area? What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Alas, I have lost the wave. Different area. Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then. The ecclesiastics have tried to get things going there, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
What else is down the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
What is it then? Apartments or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Who'd want to come to a fish market here?
No one. That's why it's closed.
Yeah,
It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
For the revolution was crushed into a fine paste. That's it? There's gotta be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible.
Yeah, but did you guys have a crowbar? 'Cause I have a crowbar. Losers. I don't know why I'm so mean to them.
And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
It's more that I'm really proud of my crowbar. Which, it just dawned on me, I just remembered it's actually Kim's crowbar. But, you know, we're best buddies, so... what's his is mine, right? Cop buddies? Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
Sadie sounds familiar.
Now it's your turn, Mr...
Lieutenant Double Yefreighter Harrier Dwa.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
I was asked to get... Oh, that's why it sounded familiar. I was asked to get your signature. Enter the envelope.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all the scribble. Tell me what it says.
Everett wants to turn part of your town. It's just a real estate deal, nothing ominous. Into a little youth
Huh.
center.
I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't sign union papers.
What do you have against the union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep. Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. It's that simple, and there's no change in it. She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Can I forge her signature? Talk to children. Finally, someone on my level.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
We're all down here together, huh? You must be Lillian's twins. You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
The other one says, yeah, I said that.
The boy doesn't
Dipshit.
answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt.
God, you kids are disgusting.
The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again.
You must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. Already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders.
What the fuck is wrong with it? Like everyone in this town?
The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating. The stone kicking isn't even of very high caliber. Anyone can do that.
God, even the voice in my head is... Children are stupid. The scruffy-haired little kid laughs as though in agreement.
You're stupid.
The other one tells him suddenly very serious. I'm gonna leave now. I'm just gonna leave now. I'm gonna leave and not talk to you anymore. Okay, how about the policeman asks you something else now?
Okay.
Bye, kids. Take care. Can I
The
steal the
scruffy-haired
rocks?
little
Like, what is that right in the middle there? No? Can I kick their rocks so that they can't play anymore? Why do I want to be mean to children? What is wrong with me? That's a great question. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. I'll be mean to you instead then. What's this? Ruffled grouse taxidermy. Did I literally just go into this house to steal stuff? Hey kid.
Hello, mister.
A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She's looking at you with a frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
I heard there was a girl here who has armored gloves. Is that you?
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
No, not only thievery, also bullying children. Where did you get them?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
Wait, in an empty house? And where are the gloves now?
I hid them. The twins were going to take them. They're stupid.
They are stupid. She's so right. She lifts her stuffed toy up and looks into its one remaining eye as though searching for confirmation. I need those gloves.
Why?
She looks at you suspiciously. I need them for a very important police investigation. It's grown-up business. You wouldn't understand. Just tell me where they are.
Oh.
She doesn't seem to understand, but you have conveyed the important part, at least.
They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna kill that little dumb castle. Little dipshit kid. I'm sorry. It's just so natural to me to make fun of fictional children. Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
She has 3? Yes, we met earlier. Not really, but I'd like to.
Uh-huh. Mom is great. You know what's great about my mom?
Everything?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm playing the long con. I'm gonna be nice to the 2 little ones. They're dipshits. I don't care. This one, she's my door opener. If I'm nice to her, I'll get into Lily and fuck Lily care. Are the twins outside your brother?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside.
Wait, they're older?
They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
How the fuck were they older? She's so much more eloquent. They look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
What's this? Show her the stuffed bird you took from the ceiling. What's that thing you're holding? Point at her
It's
toy.
Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like,
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Lemmy looks soft.
yes. Very soft.
She pushes the stuffed animal towards your face. I don't deserve it. I'm scum. Press her cheek up against
Isn't
Lemmy.
he soft?
It healed morale. That's adorable. What's this?
It's a grouse.
She yelps, smiling
You
broadly.
might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken scooter you almost certainly broke.
Yeah, what's it for?
I don't know.
Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
Look, I haven't left the house yet, so I haven't actually taken it. I've picked it up, but that's different than taking it. Don't tell your mom I took it, please.
Bye.
That's a fair wording. Yes, I removed it. Okay.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
Broken.
A gust of wind disintegrates another piece of the cellar ceiling, exposing more of the mysterious glimmer underneath. The shithole's about to collapse. The building's coming down on you. You need to get out of here. Smooth, reflective surface. Are these the gloves you're looking for?
Reach in the catacombs and pull out the shiny object.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed. collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Can I wear them? Clenching and unclenching your fist has never been so fun. The tiny ceramic plates make a lovely clicking sound when your fingers move. Gloves are a bit sandy, but the grip is phenomenal. Oh. Hey. I've got a really bad idea of what to do with these. Half-white versus interfacing. Hell yeah.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
I will be responsible if this is just to protect me from harm, not to show up decked out in future armor like a cop ought to be. One.
The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and voluptuous, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you.
You guys believe me, right? That I'm not. That I'm just using them for defense, right?
You really do feel more confident. Invulnerability does that. Even partial invulnerability.
Good answer, Los. What the fuck, Jason? One down, 2 pieces to go. Here I come.
2? Are you sure you're correct there? There was a helmet too. 3 pieces more like. You were ambitious.
Looking back at you from the rust-colored water, you. The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns the reeds. Rust-eaten letters read, Mazoots. Nice. The Noland Vinksink, an unsuccessful model. Those are the Mood 2 without Cameron. Speaking of unsuccessful models, I watched a good video earlier about how the Cybertruck could possibly kill Tesla. With some pretty solid historical example. Wow, this area is really big. Tiny cages, carefully constructed.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys.
Oh shit, it's one of the guys.
Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officer.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
The crypto-fascist? Shouldn't he like me then?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Moral, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Your wife.
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
You don't seem too happy to see the RCM.
Oh, no. It's all right. I'm just busy. What's this about?
Lena sent me. She's really worried about man-to-man. You shouldn't leave your woman unattended by that catheter. That's a sexist route, isn't it? Man, Lena sent me. She's really worried about you and was waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the AL-81.
Oh, I thought you said I was. No, yeah. You know, my character is, he is not, my character is inexplicably feminist.
The 881 is a raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass, not like walking over a nice waterlock.
Look here. It's not a real job that he has. Yeah, that was me. I broke the water with all the whole story. Yeah, we're gonna go that route. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Oh, there's absolutely something going on between those two.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long. I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
His hands are large and weather-worn, but also used to delicate, precise work.
Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What sort of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Electrochemicals, isn't that alcoholism?
But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolve, without studying a live specimen.
A ghost insect, he said? These people are looking for a ghost.
Ghost insect. So you're a ghost hunter?
No, that is precisely what we're not. We are zoological specialists, looking for an extant species of phasmid.
How big is this
I'm
phasmid?
expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
He leaves the conclusion up to you.
Seems puny, to be honest.
Why are you so interested in this stick bug? Doesn't seem to be as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for.
Yeah, it's not that I'm unversed, it's that I actually don't give a shit about your dumb fantasies.
Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my, of any, cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
Career is a very bold word in that sentence. What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
But if no one can prove it exists, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says briskly enough that even he seems taken aback by it.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
He is a loser.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Lena said there has been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically.
So, it's bullshit is what you're saying.
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the God, I've heard it so many times, but I can never say it. Insulinadian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive.
Convenient how that works, isn't it? That's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps?
Yes.
He says with some pride. How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
Yeah, but if no one has seen one, how do you make a trap for one? This is all just complete bullshit, you dumb asshole. Sorry, I'm getting annoyed. It's even dumber than those kids. What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
Carnivorous stick insect. Seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
What will you do if those traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Yeah, a little too much, actually, if you ask me.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
You can't know. She thinks she knows what she's doing, because there's no one can know. God damn. And I'm getting annoyed at these people. This is so fucking stupid. Let me ask you something else.
Yes.
It's time to return to your woman. How did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
God, when in your life, in their lives, do you think that they realize they've just completely thrown away, like, their entire life on just nonsense? Talking about in real life, these people who, like, go and chase Bigfoot or Nessie, stuff that is, like, been admittedly faked. And they still, like, nope, that person's a liar. It's a psyop. Like, what point is it? The deathbed? Like, when they're on their deathbed, they finally just say, I wish I had done something useful with my life instead. Supposed to be able to just sit around playing video games. But see, here's the thing. Like, I know I'm wasting my life while I'm doing this. Like, I don't have any delusions of grandeur. Except in thinking that, you know, I could get famous somehow. That's my delusion of grandeur. Not that I'm gonna like unravel the mysteries of the earth or some dumb shit. That's how I'm okay with it. So you're living your childhood dream out here.
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
It is. Why not just a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real? I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't know, it's a profession just like any other. Honestly, being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage. Does seem like a lot of wishful thinking.
My methods are the same as those of other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence, and I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Oh, sorry, I was shaking my head about something else. And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
What kind of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research, and certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot, and both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
This is fucking magnets, how do they work level bullshit. I hit chapter 12 in Yakuza 3 and I forgot there are 10 sub-stories. Cabaret. Yeah, have fun with that. I'm off stream, I'm working on Tokyo Mirage Session. I'm not expecting a whole lot, if I'm honest. It's also been kind of easy. I mean, I don't think it's gonna stack up against like most personas. Most, as if there's so many to compare it with. I mean, it's totally fine. Mostly very easy too. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's not bad, but it's just like if you use a skill and hit a weakness, like you just tear through all the enemies. So you have never discovered a cryptid.
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
It's so fucking convenient how that works out. How many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
Hold on. 4,082 lists long. List? Oh, so any of those... Oh, so he's saying half are fake, half are hoax, are real.
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries.
Okay, never mind.
The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
So, complete bullshit.
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere.
You know, there's a quote that really sticks with me. I don't remember where I heard it. Honestly, it was probably just someone online. Like that's such a thing now these days. Of such a great line you see, and it's a random Reddit post or a anon on 4chan. The reality is that everything's a UFO if you're stupid enough. So I feel like that really applies to this guy, cryptozoologist in general. But yeah.
We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Yeah, but again, when are you just gonna recognize you're wasting your life? Go back to your woman. 2 of the 4,000 is not even 1%.
In fact, it is 0.05%. Ever more magnificent, should our search contribute to making that number 0.075%.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Thanks for explaining that. Now, something else.
Yes?
Let's talk about... no, fuck this. I need to do something. I'm the one wasting my life at this point. Talking to some dipshit about fake monsters. These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still, they won't light up. It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near to an ocean. Do I have to talk to this idiot too? Take this money. I hope it was theirs.
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer? I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Hey man, those are my friends.
Degenerates, this man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
I am neither of those things, I can assure you. I am a by-the-book, clean as a whistle officer of the law. I am not even tempted to touch intoxicants. Degenerates have been trained to identify the slightest sign of degeneracy by a preeminent authority. Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk or a degenerate. Maybe even both. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
His gaze shifts to the pile of soggy logs at his feet.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard K, unlike other people.
You said Revocol.
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way. The Vespertine way.
Yeah, I bet he says a lot of things the hard way, if you know what I mean.
He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too, perhaps. It's odd. It's a secret rite, a very fringe nationalist handshake, probably. Garbage. You're a true patriot, and you know how it's said. The Seren way, the fine way, with an elegant s.
Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he? Strange. He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
Is it your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
Because you are very obviously a racist.
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right.
You look like the kind of guy who might have a collection of mugs like this home in his... What? You look like the kind of guy who might have a collection of mugs like this home in his colonial mug collection. I can see you recognize it. It's in your eyes.
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all.
Seems suspicious. Did I mention this mug was found at the scene of the lynching? Just admit it, man. No.
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
How did you get into there?
You're not going to find me, are you?
I feel like I need to keep him cooperative. No, Gary, I just want information.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Gary, did you put the clothes of the murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling in rags, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do?
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Yes, what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
What's that strange sound?
What sound?
That clicking. I just heard it when you moved.
Really?
Really? He fans his arms out slowly, and this time his motions are soundless.
There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects,
Hey,
trash.
how's it going?
Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
I think it's you, Gary.
Every day, the wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrappers, plastic and glass bottles. The smell of decay.
You wouldn't know anything about this victim's missing arm. What have you been? I'm doing all right. How are you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing. There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
Let's
I
move on
hope I
for
can
now.
help your investigation in my small way.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection? Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
So, Gary, you live nearby and partner in Martinez?
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
We'll return to this later. For now, let me ask you something else. Have you found your door open lately? You a fan of Big Man from Heimdall? Claire must be angry with you. I think I broke into your apartment. I'm very sorry. None of these sound good.
Of course. Of course.
Why is he shifting like that? Analyze composure.
That
Yes.
shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Something worn underneath it?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was
You unbuttons his shirt.
ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
I think we found out who the real degenerate is, huh, guys?
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
Give me that armor now. Why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
I am a degenerate, but for different reasons. What is the story? It's a murder mystery that I am solving because I am the police and I am very good at my job and I have never lost important parts of my job and uniform.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought,
Never.
he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here.
And
Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
he's gonna lie. He's gonna cry. Why did you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you. But
Never, ever, ever, baby. No, never.
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
He doesn't muster up the strength to yell, "Give me that armor now."
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Gross.
But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Do you know why? Do you know who killed the hanged man?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
This is all he knows.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
I'm into cryptids. Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yes, the burning rhino. Morel doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai.
What's the burning rhino?
A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. Well, at least the males do.
Why only the males?
The flames are not just for decoration. They are an integral part of the beast's mating behavior.
How so?
During the burning rhino's mating season, herds of male rhinos, all aflame, encircle herds of female rhinos, forming a fiery ring as they begin to copulate loudly. Local peasants call it the passion ring. They fear the rhinos, as perhaps they should. Anyway.
I don't like where this conversation is going. How do they burn?
They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid. When the rhino is just beginning to light itself, it looks as though it has wings of fire.
But how is this combustible fluid lit?
How does the lighting of this fluid actually work that's a ring of fire, not a passion ring?
The rhino starts running very fast to build heat, then stops, raises its head, and sparks fly from its neck, setting its back ablaze.
I want to be just like that rhino, running through the night with guns blazing.
Perhaps we should have more such decisive action in Revachol. You know, this city used to be a flaming rhino once, a long time ago.
The fuck are you talking about, Gary? You stupid piece of shit. Thief. Thank you for your cooperation.
The bow collector. It's early in the morning. The world is dark blue. The sparks light her face, a delicate composition of triangles. The streets seem to grow longer, like in a dolly zoom. And there's something in the air as you stand there and wave back at the shapes growing smaller and smaller. Something that has always been there. A great see-through world. The tenderness you feel. The ghost of Revachol between you, carrying your signals. The holy messenger.
Plus 3 shivers. The third presence. Wouldn't he have the shivers just from detoxing from the alcoholism? +1 pain threshold, +1 volition, -1 empathy. How's my empathy? Can I sacrifice some empathy? What does this one take place as? Sure.
Always a pleasure to...
Doesn't look. Is there one piece more? But it's cool. It's Disco Elysium. These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes. Definitely kind of slow, but if you're into story games, it's pretty good. Buoy bobs in the water. Number on it says 11. Kim is going to be so proud of me that I found all these parts. Gonna have to explain to him that someone else stole the boots and I took them back. No boat in the boathouse today. Show Bob's. How many days have you been playing it? He is going to be so proud. I just really want to make him happy. Not in a weird way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tonight is the 9th stream of Disco Elysium. The boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. Did unplug that PlayStation controller. It's so weird to see the buttons pop up. How many days do you think I have no idea. Probably at least double
A
that.
scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Bullet holes on the plaza, bullet holes in the backyard, bullet hole about... Know about the revolution. Why this many bullet holes?
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound, no movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Droplets of rain fall on the wooden planks, the surrounding sand dunes. The clouds block out any rays of light.
It's, I mean, there's certain things... It's like, do you know D&D at all? Like, I chose a certain thing there that I try to interpret it, and I basically did a dice roll, like in D&D. Yeah, like that. So based off of various stats or knowledge that my character has, the dice roll could be very bad. You could actually die within the first few minutes of the game if you got a bad roll. Just getting dressed.
A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
What? Wouldn't it be obvious which gun shot the real round in a case like that? Or I guess, are the other ones blanks, so it still looks like it just fired a bullet. No, you can save, so you don't have to go back too far. Look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background.
Look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one?
Look at the person standing at the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Who was who in this execution? I need to understand.
I'm just a representation of your mental faculties, piecing together any available information. You should probably ask the lieutenant. A cold sea wind blows away the figures. A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall. With another 7 shades, a cold sea...
Sign says Entre Interdite. An old ticket taker booth no longer in operation. People paid money to park here? No one would pay now. Where am I going? What's that? Plastic tear? Hell yeah! It's like 10 cents. Oh yeah, I am making bank today, guys. I might actually be able to eat. And have a roof over my head. door is not only barred shut, it is inaccessible. Found people. Isn't that the Miku? Oh no, that's Popey. God, I love Miku. Don't worry, America will soon be like that. What? Yeah, I wasn't sure where that was gonna go. This section of the coast hasn't been used in decades. Did I already open this box? Nice money. Oh shit, it's only 1 o'clock. It's still pretty early. I do need to go. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Gotta go give away that bird that I borrowed.
And Mikhail
Actually,
noticed
no,
the windows.
she said I could take it.
Especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You, officer, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I was just telling my son about this building. Not many people appreciate the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Hold on. Hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
Wait, what was that about the window before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
That's my health, that's my morale. This is if I get hurt. This is if my head gets hurt from overthinking. Because thinking makes my head hurt. All right, you were talking about the building. Go on.
Very important. Mikhail, say hi to the officer. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
Not quite headache, but mental illness. What's the word? When I realize how dumb and inadequate I am.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes to shield himself from the pattering rain. All three of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Look at the building looming over you.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
He adjusts his suit jacket.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era.
Look, man, my head is broken, okay?
Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
No, I mean like, my dude is kind of brain dead from alcoholism and just kind of just being stupid, you know. Tape computer.
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and Faraday ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer. Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
You tell me. Shut up, kid. I'm talking.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk? Look under your feet.
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A wheel!
Pleasure wheel? Is that like a Ferris wheel?
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
Mikhail, fuck off. We need to have an adult conversation.
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
Turn to Mikhail. He means they all get shot in the head. Tape computers, right?
Tape computers.
If I had the answer for you, buddy, that wouldn't be the case, now would it? What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape
They
computers?
used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
Continue.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
Nope.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
In worms? Like worms?
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
not every day. I'm only 4 days a week. I do stuff other than stream. How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
He raises his finger, remembering something.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
That sounds familiar.
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
What's wrong with Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Okay, the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, Paul Ockerman, Keith, and Guy Juiced. What are you talking about here?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Turn to his son. Hey, is your dad making all... Come on, there's no place called the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center of Arts.
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was
fuck
very
tape
elegant,
computers.
fragile even.
I want to hear about the
One
Wumpty
could write
Dumpty Dum
directly
Center.
on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic
Very
forces of
cool.
the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Don't ask questions. Just consume the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. Wait, the Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
Your debris and ashes. He takes a step back. The boardwalk creaks mournfully in the wind.
2 seagulls circle in the sky. You look up and think, really? Or was there a 4th prototype that remains hidden in the mausoleums below Cold City?
Yeah, I thought earlier that's what he was talking about. I wanted to ask about something
But
else.
of course. What else?
I want to hear about the Feld building. And you look like someone who has money. Do you have any money?
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
It's important to me.
No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
Could I have some of that important money? I don't want your money. I just wanted to see whether my profiling skills were working. Could I have some of that unimportant money then?
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
Why am I checking him out? By the way, do you work out?
I do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then.
Lo Mantang stick fighting is a form of martial arts originating from the island of Lo Mantang. It uses slender wooden sticks for confronting the opponent.
Of course, you're checking them out. Isn't that low Monthang thing what David Carradine was trying to sell? I know. I feel like Jason will know what I'm talking about. A form of martial arts from the Isle of Lo Main Thing, right?
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick fighting, such as the sacred Mabolo tradition of the Harley people, a name deriving from the butterfruit tree traditionally used for crafting the long, slender sticks, whereas the sticks used in other cultures...
You doze off as he paints you a comprehensive picture of the history of stick fighting among mankind,
Yeah, that sounds
seasoning it with unexpected pop culture references. Man, he's good at speaking. People must love him.
Couldn't be me.
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying?
These choices. I don't really remember what I was saying.
Then I guess everything got said, right? The drizzle. It never seems to stop, does it?
Great. Thank you for the interesting information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Yeah, that guy is so full of himself.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains.
Tomorrow.
It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
I did indeed get the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center from him. Maybe someday I'll visit the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Ah, yes. Their famous motto. A fine example of technological optimism from...
He says something, but the wind blows it away, and he can't hear him. Turn away. Another power box. It changes nothing now. It's empty. The fence blocks the path. No way on from here.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Finished thought. Oh wait, I thought we were just joking. I forgot that Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center was actually a thought. It's Wednesday evening and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building. Sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wonder Twins Guy and Keith Juiced are the stars of the show with their bomber jackets and white sneakers. Fuck, that does sound like a good fit. Head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wumpty Domdiest event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP. Where are you if you are not there? Outsider. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Let's think about the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. What else could be more important than thinking about the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center? God, I wish Kim was here, though.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer
It's
look.
streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Surviving is more important since you've been complaining about it. I mean, I complain about everything, so... Filthy jacket. Sure, why not? Filthy jacket has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural processes. You can't even tell what brand it is. I am worried about interacting with it.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Well, have a good night, lady. Enjoy the crunching sounds of a filthy jacket. Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Okay, but what? Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
You, flick your hands.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out. As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Why did I fondle the shit jacket again?
There is no why.
Just put it away then. A makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. The tarp will keep out neither rain, nor snow, nor wind. Let's go take money from the hobos. Oh wait, I'm a hobo too. I'm a hobo cow. Big wine canister. It's open and empty. Hold on.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
What is this?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Oh, that was when I had to reset. Yeah.
It is death. It must be.
It's a dead corpse, isn't it?
Yes. A sense of dread washes over you
fuck?
as you look ahead.
Careful there, the floorboards look rotten and weak.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
No, I think I get paid. I just spend all the money on alcohol and can't afford, you know, being alive. Examine the tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find.
Sounds like something I would do.
No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
It's funny. I'm not selling that armor. Look at me. Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads, Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
You know, I was going to comment on about mold being spelled with a U. Like, wait, that seems odd. And I remembered, you know, Europeans. Always got to add extra U's to everything. Coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years. Something about the negative photon emission. Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. Hey, buddy.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there. Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself.
What is Kim gonna say when he gets back and I'm like, hey, buddy, found another corpse. What are we doing about this one now?
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
So he's dead within the last day. Because it said the kebab wrapper was less than a day old. Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Dead. Is there a library here? Or is that from somewhere else? Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
Continue.
A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him.
Dried chunk of blood covers the hair. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. Step on the floorboards.
The boards screech under the weight of the T500 ceramic sabatons. It's a good thing they're so light, because it's hard to determine whether it was the dead man's weight that caused the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile.
Don't use your cell service if you have limited data. I don't know. Is it common to not have unlimited data? I have cheap phone line, so I have very limited phone data.
You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Time in the bottle. I have limited, but I must still watch.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Take a sip. Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too.
Step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
What should I do with the body?
First, you need to talk with the lieutenant. Then report back to the station. This is too complicated to handle on your own.
It's the most sensible thought I've had this entire game. It's too complicated to handle on my own. Leave. Postcard. Coin-operated weighing machine. Hasn't been used for a decade. You know, I watched a video about those a while back. Like, those were like a common thing. Like, weight machines out and about in the city. Vagrants have painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Mega Binos prescription lenses. Oh, me and Kim can match now. We'll be four-eyed buddies. Quick travel. I don't. What? Oh. Oh, I'm at the church now. How do I use it? What? Oh. If you stand exactly in the right spot, you can travel. If you stand exactly in the right spot, you can travel the map on the right. You need to be in front of the doors in each place. The doors in each place? Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Pick up the handset. Yeah, but who do I have to call?
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Put 10 cents in and dial a random number.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
We're already broke. Look, I have a nice amount of money, okay? I'm doing fine for myself. Continue.
End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100 years old. Yes, it's me, Pierre.
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
It gets lonely even when you're with people. That's not good.
Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects.
I mean, I hope I made her day or something. We could afford some nice figurines or some lo-fi speakers. It's a house somewhere, probably. I just don't know where it is. It's somewhere out there. A dead phone, smashed receiver. Someone hung up too hard. Sign reads Saint Brune, 1147. Kick drum pulse. The music is coming from somewhere on the ice. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. Dumpster, give a roof over his head, same thing.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Oh, because this building is specifically the church. Okay. Did that come up because, like, now I have, like, the main places or something? Rattle the door, see if they're open. Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over the beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. Feels exceptional. 300 tons of pine would fit together seamlessly. It's old too, cut and carved many centuries ago.
Take a closer look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
You know, I think I found what we're good at, wasting money. So I already knew that. That's all my life is wasting money.
It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle
I do
with
love
two
stickers.
X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
You know, that just reminded me, like, anyone who calls Twitter X, like, without, like, Twitter, formerly X, is absolutely a fucking narc. Just putting that out there.
There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
What makes it so modern?
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Look, Jason, I'm just so used to it. I can't leave. Is that a good price? I don't know. Take another look at the boring padlock for absurdity's sake.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting.
It's pretty damn
somehow.
high. Inspect the staple.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least.
And yeah, I feel like maybe it's about almost ready for it to actually be functional, but I just haven't quite gotten there yet.
Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Try to peel off the sticker without ripping it. This is very important.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker on your lever, right on the cover, in your ledger after the last entry where it belongs. You know, we could always make money by stealing. I am a cop. I've already been stealing, but I haven't stolen anything I can sell yet. Shake it off your thumb and throw it. We finally get sports videos on there. Right on the cover.
Voila. Looks very modern.
Secret task complete style, your paperwork.
You're part of the Future Brigade now.
Nice.
And so is your formerly humdrum ledger. Neon, baby.
Neon. Hell yeah. Apply some official... oh, shit.
The padlock. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Rattle to the door to see if they're open.
Nothing happens. Only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door. High above, the wind wraps the church in its rush, cold and wet from the ocean bay. It parts around the massive keel-shaped roof, like a test tunnel washing both sides, the way it has done for 340 years. The wind keeps its distance. So should you.
What is this feeling?
There is a hole in my heart.
What? Apply some official force on the padlock.
A minute or so of mauling away at the lock has led to no success. The pry bar in your hand has given you 0 mechanical advantage.
Then we need stuff that's worth money. Didn't you get it? If we get money, we can buy more liquor. I don't know, man. I feel like Kim's gonna be disappointed in me if I drink.
The doors remain unchanged, closed with a padlock.
Dusty pew in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. Just do it behind his... No! I cannot keep hurting Kim like that. An altar shrouded in dark. Or something like that. It's too dark to tell. This barrel has been recently discarded. It smells of fuel oil. The chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where. Well, into the ocean, it would seem. The rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. Well, we're already homeless and we're gonna die, so we might as well enjoy something. Who said we're homeless? Who said we're gonna die? I have a home. I just don't know where it is.
Old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
The concrete structure looks military in origin, over half a century old at least, but sturdily built.
Yeah, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to 3%. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Grand Tirmotiri. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. This home is somewhere located on the map and exists? Yes. A rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. The ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. The relay tower coordinates boat traffic at the bay. Barely. Oh, it's a scarf, not a tie. I want a tie, not a scarf. I'll still take it. Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance where the posts trail towards. You take a mental note. Teomiti seems important somehow. Seems believable. Because it's the truth. Kim would back me up if he were here. White polo shirt. Okay, so I can travel around here, you said? What if something happens to this home by the time we get there? Then we deal with that problem when we get there. That's what life is. Oh, I should go talk to, should tell her dumbass husband's coming home.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
I ran into your husband on the coast.
Goodness, how is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As I had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work.
Yes, that's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
Can I help you?
Gart, I found a new bird for the whirling. Give him the ruffled grouse.
What is this thing?
It's no biggie. I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
About my
Got
bill?
the 20 real.
What, you fucker? I gave you a bird.
Then why are you wasting my...
Give me that bird back, you piece of shit. You don't deserve it.
The man ponders. You see,
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Yes? What is it?
Why can't you guys be cool about this? I don't think anything new here, right?
I've got nothing to...
You don't need to pay him anymore. That's its own reward.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Oh, you mean because I'm going to go live in a shack instead? Established authority locked. I'm going to take off now. Is it time yet?
behind the dockworkers.
It is very much not time yet. Wonder if Kuno will be impressed with my armor.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
I get the feeling Kuno's dad didn't give a fuck about Kuno. If you know what I mean.
Kuno doesn't...
The tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Call 8.8 real. Haven't talked to anyone over here lately.
Right to.
Nope. Was there something here? I don't remember.
A lorry stuck.
Wasn't I supposed to talk to this old lady again?
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
I think I know what's going on here.
And what is that?
You're a pail driver. You transport goods through the pail.
Oh, meu Deus. The lawman solved the case.
The law, she lights the cigarette. A white cloud of smoke disappears into her mouth.
And here I was, thinking you were an idiot. So, are you? An idiot, I mean?
I'm not an idiot. I'm a detective from the RCA. Don't say I'm an idiot. I blacked out after a night of heavy drinking and lost all my memories of the world.
Like Gabriel Buenguerro in Pergunte a Poeira. You're the opposite of me, then. I remember everything. Even things I never knew.
Things you never know?
The smell of liquor on Gabriel's lips after the shoot. In the motor park. The roses on the day of Franco Negro's coronation. On the grand stairs of Ryle. The smoke from the Fowling piece when Dolores Day was shot. The look on her face, like an orgasm. The wound in her chest. My hand in my father's hand. Except I never had a father. And I never shot her innocent Dolores Day.
Over radiation?
Heroic doses, Hervé. Heroic.
Isn't that dangerous?
Thought insertion? Dithering? The Grad Catalan Magistral? It's more than dangerous. It's sad. But at first I had to make a living. Now, when you've seen it all go away like that, rolling off like the sea, and then come back to this...
She gestures at the square. Broken horse monument. The clanging of machines in the distance.
What are we doing here? For thousands of years, Gabriel. It doesn't have to be like this. We can just give up. We can just become a vapor.
That sounds fun, honestly. What does it look like, the pail?
Like looking into the ocean at night. In the dark.
And?
You cannot see it, but you know it's there. And it's big, bigger than anything. Bigger than all the other things combined.
What does it feel like?
Nothing. Until it starts. When you are deep enough. Then, for me, it's like autumn. Dark, gray, and orange. The orange of street lights and the color of streets and electric light. It smells like autumn too. It smells terrible.
How do you pass through
In
it?
the belly of an airship, behind the stair windows. So you don't look straight into it. It's not advised to look into it.
Not on this lorry, then?
No, the same one, a roller. They all are nowadays. Special wheels for connecting to the floor of the hold.
She points to the machines. Clumped up like toys.
The wheels all small and round. Multi-axle trailers.
One last thing. You said we could just become vapor?
Yes.
Okay.
No elaboration.
I would rather have what I have than what you have. I would rather have what you have than what I have. I feel I already have what you have in some way.
They say there is a point. One that I have not crossed. In the Pell, super deep. If you stray too far, of course, on the U41A. Or in Lomonosov's land. Where every step you take is one step further from home. No matter the direction. It's a point you cannot come back from. Your mind becomes so radiant with the past, there is a flip. Instead of writing, it erases memory, nearing some kind of indescribable finale.
Alright, thanks for swinging by, man. Hope you have a good night. Day, whatever.
Maybe you've been down the motorway south?
She looks at her cigarette. It's almost out. She has swallowed it hungrily. And you. The motorway south?
It's a story as lone horsemen tell. Lone horsemen, Jerife, not pale drivers. Way beyond the established pale that's lit by radio frequencies, where it goes silent and dark, and the process begins, erasure, kilometer by kilometer, in any direction. The motorway south is a road you cannot come back from.
What is at the end of the motorway south?
No one knows what's at the end. I've only glimpsed the beginning. I've only felt it in the distance, when I was a child. A child growing on the leg.
Ma'am?
Josiane.
Sigh escapes her lips, then silence as she stares within herself.
She is receding in the clutches of some indescribable scattered emotion. A child descending. Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Passive give plus 10 XP and ooh, finally money. Pretentious wanker. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. Yeah, 2.5. Okay. Now that we have Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center, big money, big XP. Let us call it for the night. Save over one of the old ones. Confirm. Let's take a quick look. 2233. That looks good. Beautiful. All right. Quit. Confirm. Boom. Transition. Why is the game? Okay, there we go. All right, y'all. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Obviously that is it for the weekend. Because, you know, Monday is the weekend in my mind for some reason. Yeah, I should be back on Friday. I don't think I have anything on going on this weekend. So I think we'll have a full weekend. Shocking. Yeah. All right, y'all. Have a good week. We'll be back with more Disco Elysium. And we are probably nowhere near the end. I don't know. But hopefully we'll have Kim back soon, and then things can be good again. I've been so lonely today without him. But yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good week. See you this coming weekend. You're not particularly close to the end, sire. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. I've already lined up a short game to follow this up with, so I can feel like I actually accomplished things. But right on, y'all. Have a good night, y'all. Mute that. Right. Good night. I will see you later. Peace out.